Congratulations to you both for My True Fairytale.
Thank you.
So let's start with D.Mitry first. D.Mitry, could you tell us the background story because I've heard it was it's very personal to you.
Yes, it is very personal to me. It's the true story that was inspired on this film was about my daughter Alyssa, who sadly passed away on Memorial Day of 2017 in upstate New York after a horrible car crash. And that's really the genesis of the things. And that's what really inspired me to write this film.
Completely understandable there. Emma, why did you want to do a film like this? Is this your first leading role?
It is, yes. I was like, what? Like, I read the script when my agent sent it to me and then I auditioned, but I was like, it's such a beautiful script. Like, I really want it. And then I met with D.Mitry, and just the love of the story, just like the love that comes from Angie. And it is a very emotional movie, but it's so inspirational. That's what really drew me to it, is how uplifting it is.
D.Mitry, when you wrote the story, did you want the film to be sort of like a coping mechanism for, the sense of loss?
I always mention this very strange phrase. I said I wanted to write a happy tragedy. Of course, there's no question about it. It was very healing for me personally to do this, painful yet liberating. But as I was writing this, it became a little bit bigger than that, and I have to give credit, of course, a lot to my daughter Alyssa, who helped me write this film, and how she connected me to her friends in real life who became part of this film and whom I was so fortunate to incorporate.
For you, Emma, how did you get into the headspace of Angie, throughout the entire film, knowing that, she's trying to help out others?
Yeah, I had about a month to prepare for it, which was really nice. I feel like normally it's like, you have a week, go. So I really just focused on the way that she wants to make other people feel. I think it's so easy to get caught in, it's so sad, and it is, and it's so tragic, but her light and her love for her friends and family is really what the story is about. So I just focused on, in every scene, every time I showed up on set, just being kind and using her spirit, if you will, to make others feel loved in every scene, because that's what she wants to do in the film.
Do you usually do dramatic roles like this, or tend to be more fun roles?
It depends. I feel like this was my first, like we said, leading role, which is a very heavy role. But I like to kind of do everything. I love comedy as well. And in My True Fairytale, there are like scenes where it's comedic and funny, and D.Mitry and I talked a lot about that. Like, I felt like it was a good melding of both.
D.Mitry, this is your first feature film. How did you want to actually approach this, knowing that this is a personal film and this is also your first film at the same time?
Well, for me, it was a lot harder as D.Mitry to write the script, because I was also a grieving father. And then, having done 4 short films before, I knew what to expect a little bit when I went into actual filmmaking process of it, because it's a completely different process. Now, having said that, I didn't know what to expect making a feature, because it's a little bit of an overwhelming undertaking, and there's just, I cannot begin to tell you how many components go into it, especially for the first time feature filmmaker. And so I guess I approach it one step at a time, and magically, it just kind of happened where it brought us right now to you.
So what do you suppose was the greatest challenge for yourself on a film like this?
Just having patience and allowing the story to be told the way it has to be told, because there is a saying of there's you have a script when you write it, you have a film when you shoot it, and you have a different film when you edit it, and it rings true for all those three stages. But yeah, just taking step by step.
Emma, you interacted with so many different people throughout the entire movie here. Which story or of characters that you probably touched you the most?
I really connected with the friendship in it. Of course, there's the father-daughter dynamic as well, and the grandparents, but the friends, to me, I mean, I think back to shooting, I guess that was 2 years ago, and just doing all of those scenes with Morgan and BJ was so much fun. I'm always thinking back to how much fun we were having just all day through set. So I really connected with the friends in the movie. I have amazing friends in real life, and so it was really, really nice to make real life friends in the movie, and also Angie's friends.
That is terrific. D.Mitry, I do have to commend you. You brought on a great cast. Could you talk about them and how you managed to pull that off?
I could definitely talk about it. I cannot talk about how we managed to pull this off because it's still a mystery to me as well. And the only thing that I wanted to have is I wanted to have a labor of love on the set. And I think looking at the actors in the film, who would I replace them with? And the truth is I wouldn't. I think everybody is in the right place, and it kind of happened. It happened this way, and I have to give credit to the production team, to everybody, and just everybody contributed, and it just happened. It just magically happened.
Emma, because of your interaction with the rest of the cast, how did you approach to create that, that chemistry, that synergy with every single one of them on production? I mean, that must have been a huge undertaking yourself.
Yeah, but like D.Mitry said, we had amazing people. I mean, everyone who worked on this film was so amazing and willing to chat and talk, like between takes. Everyone was just very outgoing. So I didn't even have to try to build chemistry. We all just were, by the end of it, it was a big family.
D.Mitry, where was all this filmed for yourself?
Originally we wanted to shoot outside of California, but this being an indie film, we wind up shooting everything in Los Angeles, in around Los Angeles, within 30-mile zone.
Oh, really? So there's actually like a bridge with a small river that a car could flip over.
Believe it or not, that is actually filmed in Beverly Hills.
Oh, wow. Movie magic. So D.Mitry, after this film is out of the way, would you want to do another feature film for yourself?
Absolutely. It's a bug that lives inside of you, and I guess I'd like to think that I know how to or at least I'm in the process of knowing how to do this, and I cannot vision myself doing anything else but telling stories.
And I do have a question, is because there's a lot of references to the character Angie with the superpowers and so on. Why do you try to link it as towards that she has superpowers?
The truth is, it's very allegorical because the fairy tale, it's really not her fairy tale. It is her fairy tale, but in reality, it's a fairy tale of every character. And they all have this superpower. And the superpower is love, and all they have to do is just to connect to it, and they will be able to save their world. And it sort of has a ripple effect. It goes on and on and on, maybe making the world a better place.
That is true. That is true. And Emma, one of the things I was looking through your filmography is you did a lot of movies with Isabella Blake Thomas, which which I've interviewed before. Are you two friends, or are you just coincidentally just managed to get on the same projects all the time?
No, I love that you know that. Me and her daughter, we have the same agent. Whenever I first moved out here, they were like, do these movies. And I was like, okay, I had no idea like what I was jumping into and how phenomenal they are, like as a team. Actually, my birthday was 2 days ago. We were texting, like, yeah, we're good friends.
I don't know why I was noticing. I was just like, just looking through your filmography and I was going, wait a minute.
I love that. That was not what I expected.
Well, let me wrap it up with the both of you with one last question. Obviously, we're talking virtually right now, and that's because, in the past year, lots of things have, the world has been a little bit crazy. But how you both of you are staying sane and creative during times like this for the past 12 to 13 months? Who wants to start?
I'll go. Well, it's been nice. Of course, like now everything is on Zoom. So at the beginning, I think we were all trying to figure out what do we do, what's going on. But now I'm in acting classes on Zoom and I'm sitting in tapes for auditions. So we found a way to make it work. And all of that stuff keeps me sane, being able to work on my scenes in my little bedroom and all of that. So mostly just like we're doing right now, Zoom acting, which is something to get used to, but.
Such a new world. What about for you, D.Mitry?
We finished this film right before the pandemic hit, and then the world had other problems, and we had this film. We didn't know what to do, and we regrouped rather quickly, and we started looking for new projects, and we wind up finding a beautiful, beautiful project that we are currently trying to get on its feet, called The Understudy. And then miraculously, everything fell into place. We got our premiere at the CineQuest, and we got picked up by Gravitas, and we're going to Julien Debuc in a few days. And it's honestly, it's been wonderful.
Well, I appreciate you guys talking to me about your wonderful journeys towards, My True Fairytale here. But once again, congratulations to the both of you for this movie, and thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Next time.
Thanks.
Bye.